Hey there, and welcome back to Yosemite Valley. Today, we are finally in the next episode of our ongoing big project. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in again. I really hope you guys had a good week so far, and I hope you enjoyed the, let's say, quite different content with all the Planet Coaster console um, tutorials and all the stuff around this, and also with the Minecraft series on Mondays. So you can see at the moment that my content is a little bit changing, which I'm going to explain a little bit more in this video. But first of all, I want to just clarify a little bit, because I think my video from yesterday, the franchise, created a little bit of confusion. So no, I'm not stopping Planet Zoo. No, I'm not digging my own grave here or whatever. This is solely because I decided to stop franchise for a moment. It's just, because I feel like there's no reason to go on, and it's just a little bit of a thing. But no, all the other stuff is still coming. Yosemite, I try to focus a little bit now on Yosemite, and I will actually try to make sure that you guys have a bit of content from Yosemite. I'm still very happy you guys like this project as much as I do. And yeah, we are moving towards the end of Yosemite. There's not going to be a real-time part today. However, next episode of Yosemite will feature the, more or less the conclusion of this area. And then I'm going to make like a little real-time part, and oh boy, we have to fix so many issues in the zoo. All the animals keep escaping. I don't know, all the updates in the last couple months created different... I think it's mostly about the climbing mechanics of the big cats, because they seem to just, I don't know, escape through every little vent or every little climbable log that is out there. I mean, even branches or whatnot, they're just like jumping out everywhere. I don't know what happened, but I have to figure out what's going on, and then we will fix this issue too. However, today we are going to build one service building over here. It's kind of a big shelter for the giraffes and stuff, like for the, this is going to be the Savannah habitat with like giraffes, ostriches, Thompson's gazelle. I'm also thinking about having some buffaloes in here. This could be like a quite huge one. We have quite a lot of, spare land to fill, and I want to make this like a really big one. We have this raised upper area where the path is going along, so you have like a very nice little natural view into the habitat. But I will learn from my mistakes I did in franchise, so we will pull down a lot more foliage and just kind of natural borders so that the animals are not stressed all the time, just to make sure that welfare is also considered a tiny bit here. Sometimes we actually look into animal welfare in a zoo game. That shouldn't surprise you too much, right? But most of the times I go detail over welfare, which is just possible in Sandbox. So we do this, but this shelter building over here is a little bit taken from some of the more generic Yosemite Valley building style. I'm not even sure if you can call this like Yosemite building style. I think I would more call this like Western American like valley mountain build style. Is there like a particular word for it? Is there like an architectural style? Because I think it's using loads of timber and stuff, but I'm not really sure what I would call it, if there is not a reason, like a real name for it. If there is, let me know. I'm gladly taking that as an inspiration and then get some more images of that. But mostly what I do is I look for architecture that is around, just around the Yosemite Valley, Yellowstone National Park as well, and all these kind of things. So yeah, I'm in general very much enjoying getting inspiration from over here. But I think the biggest issue about this is that it's not an issue though, but I really always get the feeling that I really want to visit this area of the world rather soon. And yeah, it's been the same, it's kind of a different approach this time, because as we all know, my big Isla Napali project on Planet Coaster, which was focused on Hawaii, was made according to my travels to Hawaii and just the inspiration I got there. And this time it's actually vice versa. I took like an area of the world I really desperately want to go to, but I have not been to. So yeah, this kind of created the difference now. Last time I was basically using and abusing my own memories and making sure that I have this feeling for as long as I could. But now I create myself some kind of wanderlust here, and I desperately want to go there once. But yeah, I think sometimes in the world, when world situation changed again, we might be able to go there. I really would love to. Like, honestly, this is one of my biggest dreams. Again, going back to the US, and from January on, or like February on at least, I can finally do this also. Again, if allowed, which goes together with my inner, let's say, idea of politics and stuff. So, truth to be told, I had a hard time planning a trip to the US in the last 4 years because reasons. Nevertheless, we have been there, obviously, during that time for our honeymoon. It was a hard decision, and I was really fighting with myself if I want to or not. But yeah, at the end of the day, we decided because of the honeymoon, and we didn't want to postpone our wedding because of Mr. Orange Hat. So yeah, no, that not. But just in general, I know it's kind of weird, but sometimes it's, if you have the freedom to decide upon yourself, you can do it, and we did. So yeah, whatever. You can see the style over here is going to be a lot more using timber, and I'm really pleased with this build. I'm also pleased with the fact that I left it a little bit open, so I have a bit of a better airflow, because it's kind of a shelter. And one thing that people tend to forget talking about realism in zoos, it can be quite stinky. It can be quite stinky in there. These animals poop a lot, not only in the game, but also in real life. And like with the fur, and especially in this area where it can be pretty humid, and especially the autumn or spring times, these animals do stink. And if you have a very closed off building, this stinky, smelly air is condensed even more, and yeah, creates and unfolds a very much unlikable odor in this area. And I really do want my people not to smell this, so that's why I'm keeping it a little bit more open towards the upper area. It's almost like in these, my mom did a lot of horse riding when I was smaller. She took me there, and these kind of shelters for the horses also have like an open roof all the time, because that's kind of the same. I mean, you're still pretty freaking smelly when you've been to horse riding location, but oh god, now I do remember how the car always smelled disgusting. But yeah, no, that's just kind of one of my memories about this. But yeah, you can see I'm just keeping that like open, make some fake doors over here as if they were kept open. This is one thing I saw. I never thought about this, but this would be also like a cool thing in Planet Zoo, that we get like doors, actually, like shelter doors that can open and close. So just like that, you want to bring animals in when there is like heavy rain or so, because remember that these animals in franchise, I still don't know why they do, but in franchise they sometimes just roam around on the outside, even though they claim it's too cold, and rather than going to the inside where it's cozy and warm, they just stay outside and complain about being cold. I mean, it's like, it's raining outside, you go outside, it's like, hey, I'm getting wet. It's like, how? Tell me more. What is going on? So yeah, I'm still a bit like surprised why they don't follow what they actually told us they would. Like when it's raining and they don't like, they just go in. Why they just don't do it? I mean, sometimes they do it, especially the big apes do it, but some other animals just don't, and I don't really get that, because it would be pretty easy. So what you could do, obviously, having some actual gates or like shelter doors or whatnot, you can lock them inside. So you could actually create 2 different habitats for them. I would love this feature also for management purposes, that you can decide whether the animals have the free roaming environment outside that you can open up in summer, but once it's getting to wintertime, you just kind of drag them in by putting all the enrichment in one area, for example, to make them go in, and then just close the doors so they can't go out, and you don't need to heat everything, which kind of would save you a bit of energy costs. That would be good, but yeah. But anyways, you can see that I was tackling this area a bit more from a natural side of things, and now to make, first of all, to engage you guys a little bit again, and also to make sure that we get a bit of traction again into Yosemite. Remember last time we had a little lottery going on and a sweepstake of a game code, and truth to be told, I didn't give it away because that video had like 15 comments or so, and I found this quite a little bit weird. And from these 15 people, it was exactly one person, I guess, who followed me on Twitch, but I couldn't really connect it, so it was only time-wise, but not the username was connected, so I couldn't really find who it was, who did really move over to Twitch, and I could not give away. So this time I'm gonna make it a little bit more easy. I'm gonna say everyone oh god, my god, English broken. Everyone who's going to comment down below in the comment section is already entering the giveaway, and I'm gonna give away a random game code. It's just pretty simple as that. So make sure to actually just go down below in the description, read whatever, but then give me a comment to this video. And to make it a bit more easy for you, what do you think a new DLC should contain for Planet Zoo, because we were talking so much about why I stopped franchise and what stuff I want to have in this game. But now let's really talk about, if there's a new DLC coming up, who knows, but if there is something coming up, what do you want? I mean, we've talked about aquatic forever, so let's not talk more about that. We don't know, so let's just please exclude that for the moment, okay? Let's talk about everything else. Which kind of continent would you go for? Which types of animals? What is missing the most for you? So these types of things I really would love to know. And then combined with this question, what would you love to see in Yosemite Valley still? Because as I said, I want to bring it to an end for the moment to make sure that we still have a tiny bit of space left for some animals. So for example, loads of North American animals are missing. So I'd love to have some raccoons in here. I'd love to have a cougar, for example. I'd love to have like a moose. A moose would be so funny, would be so cool in here. So all this kind of stuff I would love to see in Yosemite Valley as well. That would be lovely. But yeah, all these kind of things floating around my head right now. What do you think? I really want to hear your opinion. And also, if we're talking about what you could do, I am trying at the moment to go for a Twitch partnership. I've been very close to it in the past, but then in the last couple of weeks, with the declining interest in Planet Zoo and the, well, dead interest and the non-existent interest in Planet Coaster before the console version was released, didn't really help me to grow further. So in case you guys have not followed me on Twitch, but you would love see, I'm broken again. If you would love to catch me live, that's basically happening on Twitch. So what you do is just go down below in the description. There's a link. You just click that and then give me a follow over there. If you have no account there, it's, by the way, free. You know, the thing why I'm saying that is, and I was so confused when I was talking to a few people recently who told me, yeah, no, I don't have an account over there, so no, I don't want to do it, blah, 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 I don't have the money. And I was like, what? Why do you need money? It's free. You can just create an account, as you do on YouTube as well. And then it just kind of unfolds for me that many people didn't realize, because on YouTube it's a bit more of a natural way. Whenever you guys had an Android phone, you automatically have already had a YouTube account, because that's the Android Google account. The Google account equals to a YouTube account, which equals to having not to register once you go to YouTube. And so it was technically already existing when you first went there, and then this was becoming a seamless approach of people believing that YouTube does not need an account and you can still comment, which is not true, because if you, for example, have an iPhone and you haven't had a YouTube or a Google account prior to that, you do need to create a YouTube account to, you know, comment over here or sub or whatever. So it's basically the same. And yeah. Okay, before we go deeper into this kind of stuff, let's talk about this plaza over here, because oh boy, I'm happy with this plaza, how this came out. Because I wanted to have like a little plaza on this first race platform we have over here. So, you know, this was like a two-step approach until we go to the raised area above. And this one was planned to be like a little, you know, just grab a food area, like having a little bit of a food shop here, something for drinks, and, you know, just chill down, sit down for a moment and make this a little cozy area. And you do have a very close encounter with the giraffes over here. So we do have a viewing gallery on the opposite side of the shops, which is then connected to a hanging feeder for the giraffes, so that they move there as well, and then you have a close look to them. I found this very interesting. This could be something very nice, interactive for the guest. And yeah, I mean, just in general, I really like how this area turned out, because it's feeling super lovely, super cozy. It's not like nothing really spectacular. It's just, I think it just seamlessly integrates in that area, and this is exactly what I wanted to achieve. And yeah, as we always do, we just throw in some rocks to make it look a bit more natural, and they just unfold the magic in no time. It's just, I don't know, the rocks and foliage in this game is just something else. I would love to have the same stuff in Planet Coaster, but yeah, I think we never going to see that in Planet Coaster. At least not in Planet Coaster 1. So if there's like a successor in the future, maybe they'll go the same way and give us as much foliage. But I think, you know, the reason behind having that much foliage in Planet Zoo is obviously for the sake of the animals. So in a theme park, it might not be, you know, that necessary that you have all of that. So yeah, it's not really that surprising to me that they don't have it. But all in all, I'm just still very happy with the foliage we have in Planet Zoo. Just in general, I'm a big fan of the foliage. It's very Yeah, the variety is very good, and you have so many different ones. It's super versatile, and it's just beautifully designed. I cannot say that, you know, I do hate a single tree or whatnot. They are all great. So yeah, it's just in general a very, very nice little addition that I would love to have in other games as well. Just so much foliage to choose from. And this is what, you know, we always do. We just put in the foliage until it looks good, which is what I did here as well. Anyhow, guys, today's episode is kind of over, so I really hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did enjoy. And yeah, in case you like the content, you want to see more of Yosemite Valley or of different projects, make sure to subscribe to the channel. That really helps me out a lot to grow. And, you know, there's still that target of 50K for this year. We can do it. We can do it. But now, stay safe, everyone. And I'm going to see you in the next one. Goodbye.